Good afternoon. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Poppy. Today, I've had a lot of people saying, when is the next video coming out? Well, it's coming out right now. And this is in a live time. So when we're cooking, we're going to show you everything as far as how long it takes to cook things. But before we do, got something very important to say today. This happens to be my grandson, Alex Mitchell's birthday. So I wanted to wish him on behalf of Nani and Poppy a happy birthday. And Alex, this dish is for you. I know you like salad, so I'm gonna have a little special twist on it today. This is called Marinated Chicken and Salad. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because so many people don't have a lot of time to fix a big deal lunch that takes hours to prepare. I like to keep recipes, some of them a little more complicated, some of them a little less complicated. Today, this is all about prep work. And what are you gonna need? Well, it's gonna sound a little strange, but you're gonna need your favorite cooking oil, you're gonna need kikkoman soy sauce, and Sprite. You can substitute 7-Up for the Sprite if you prefer 7-Up, that's just fine. But what I've done is I've done a couple of things in advance today. Here's our chicken, and it's been marinating in the combination of the oil, kikkoman soy sauce, and Sprite. And this is really good if you can let it marinate overnight and then cook this dish. But I decided I'm going to show you how most people would do it since they don't have 24 hours to marinate. So this has actually been in the refrigerator about an hour, just enough for the bowl to get cold, and this got my hand freezing right now. So we'll go ahead and get started. I have a saucepan on medium heat. Now, I'm not going to add any oil to it because the oil's already into the chicken. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little scraper here and a little thing to kind of strain out the chicken. You can see the pan's hot, and I want to turn that down just a little bit. Don't want to shock it too much. And then put this in like so. That's going to drain out most of the wet ingredients. And it's going to cook relatively fast. So you just start moving it around in the pot. And then every now and then what we're going to do is just drizzle a little of this good stuff on it. And that's because we didn't have time to let it sit 24 hours overnight. So because of that, what we want to do is to keep marinating as we cook. The good thing about this dish is that as you continue to prepare the dish, it gets easier. We're just going to combine the ingredients. You see, I'm a little hot. It's just started warming up in this area. We have a nice iceberg lettuce that's been rinsed by my assistant. We have some purple onion, and then we have little Romana tomatoes. Now, we've washed all of this and then sliced it, and it's really good now with the coronavirus to be on the safe side. And make sure you wash your vegetables. Why? Because when you go into the grocery store, a lot of people are doing this, looking at the vegetables, and that means they're putting their hands all over the food. So I like to rinse my vegetables and clean them, dry them off, and then slice them. Right here we have some beautiful ranch dressing, and you can use whatever name brand ranch dressing you like. And then some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. That's my favorite cheese. So we're going to combine those two together and use them to top this salad. So we're just going to keep stirring the chicken, and when you see the chicken getting a little dry on the wet ingredients, we're just going to add some more to it. Let me give you the background about this ingredients on the chicken. I had a real good friend of mine, good Christian brother in Monroe, North Carolina, who raised turkeys for a living. At any given time, he raised 75,000 turkeys. And one of the things that he told me is that periodically they have to do examinations of the turkeys to make sure the turkeys don't have any disease. They're being fed and taken care of well. So he has to kill off a certain amount of turkeys and bag the meat, and they test the meat. One of the things that he told me, he said, you have to do this test quite frequently. That leaves a lot of turkey left. He said, and unless you are just a die-hard turkey eater, you have to come up with inventive ways to make the turkey taste better. So he put this recipe together, and I like to give a shout out to him. His name is Ed, and he's a great guy. And he told me, he said, it's going to sound strange. Why do you put the Sprite in with the soy sauce and the oil? You'll see real quick that when you add oil and soy sauce together, they separate. So what happens is the Sprite allows the two to be combined and makes a great marinade. Right now our chicken is doing really well, starting to dry out just a little bit. So I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons full of the soy sauce. You can take this chicken with this same recipe and cut it into whole slices and put it on the grill after 24 hours of cooking. And if you put it on your grill and let it cook and get it on both sides, about 6 to 8 minutes is what it generally takes on the grill. It really intensifies that flavor. And that's what this dish is all about. The other thing that you want to make sure you do is remember that cook a lot, because you're not going to have any leftovers. I've done this dish hundreds of times, and I'm using chicken today, but he used turkey meat. I will give you a word to the wise. Do not use any chicken with bone in it. Why? Simple. The soy sauce gets into the bone, and when it absorbs into the bone, it makes a real pungent, strong taste that you're not going to like. So always use just a fillet of chicken. And you can see it's getting really nice and brown. Oh, I like the way that looks. I'm going to tell you, when this dish is over with, I'm going to be doing the happy dance. And we'll just add a few more tablespoons. It also keeps the moisture in the chicken. So while this is now finishing off, what we're going to do is we're going to take the iceberg lettuce. We're going to add that into a big bowl. And we're going to take these beautiful onions. We're going to add that into a bowl. We're going to toss those a little bit. And then we're going to add our tomatoes. Toss them a little bit more, mix that up real good. Now, these are the ingredients I'm using on the salad. What ingredients you want to use is entirely up to you. Some people like to add things like almonds or olives. You can add olives to it if you like. You can add cucumber if you like. I'm just doing a base here, and it's really good. It's something that I like the flavors of. I don't like a lot of cucumber because, as most of you know, cucumbers will make you burp. So what we're going to do now is the bowl that I put the lettuce in, I'm going to dump. It's about a 1/3 cup of ranch dressing. And a 1/3 cup of the Parmesan. And we're going to start mixing that together. The good thing is, if you don't think you have enough, you can always add a little more ranch. To this, we're going to add a pinch of pepper. and a pinch of salt. And that's it. All right. Now we're going to take this and we're going to add this to our salad. I don't know about y'all, but I don't mind making a little mess. I'm going to have to clean up anyway. But I don't want to leave any of this goodness in this here bowl. So I'm going to use both spoons, and that's going to help me to toss the salad. And you can see it's got just a light coat of dressing on it. I'm going to turn off the heat because I'm liking what I see in this pan. And you can see it's nice golden brown color. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's really a one-pot dish other than these pots I'm using for mixing the salad with. Mix your salad, toss it really well, get everything coated nicely. And now we're about ready. Got a couple of dishes here. Remember these 3 ingredients. Kikkoman soy sauce, any oil that you like, Sprite or 7-Up, whatever your flavor is, it really helps the flavors get together. And we're going to take a little salad here, put it in there. I know what you're saying. Why aren't you using salad forks? Well, the kind of stuff I use is the stuff I have handy. You know, I do have salad forks, but I don't mind using the spoon too and saving an extra washing step. All right, take a look at both of them, make sure they both look even. So I want to make sure that everybody's got plenty of tomato in there and onion. And the only thing left now is the good stuff. And that's our marinated chicken. And I'm just going to let the oil come off of that. Put that on the plate. And hope I don't spill any on the floor. I would use the 3-second rule on that. And there you have it. This is a simple dish. It's a wonderful salad. It's a healthy salad. And I think you're going to enjoy it. If you do, go online and add a comment to the dish. And I will tell you, if you do this dish like this, or you take whole boneless chicken, marinated overnight, throw it on the grill, serve it with wild rice, potato salad, any of those ingredients, and have a little side salad on it. You're going to enjoy a great entree, and your guests are going to love it too. So that wraps up another session of In the Kitchen with Poppi. Thanks for watching.